Alright, hey. We are back again. And we are in a pretty tough spot. Not exactly sure what to do next. Tell you what, let's go through, find the least difficulty ones that we haven't solved. Huh. No one on the manifest is listed as unknown. You know what I always keep on forgetting to do is turn on StreamerBot, and so that I can get messages from Twitch. And to do that, I need to get my little hard drive. On StreamerBot on hard drive rather than hindsight. Oh boy, this is such an awkward setup. I think the next thing I'm gonna put on my wish list. I think the next thing I'm gonna put on my wish list is an arm that I can attach to my little desk here to have the microphone actually like up here rather than down here, because now I have to just kind of like squeeze past it. So opening up StreamerBot. Okay. So we want to find the lowest difficulty unsolved murder yet. This one's a tier 3. So is that one. So is that one. Both of those are tier 3s. So it looks like we've got all the easy ones. Now that's a tier 2 apparently. But I have very much struggled. Now this jerk, so a tier 1. How many other tier 1s do we have? This guy. Got a tier 2, tier 2. 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3. That's a 1. Okay, so I just need to figure out who that guy who stabbed him was. And then that one's solved. 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2. It looks like there is 2 tier 1s. Let's work this guy out first. This unknown soul was speared by a terrible beast. Easy enough. On the main deck, starboard side. Okay. You know he was Huang Li. Who else was present? Abraham Akbar. Nathan Peters. George Shirley. Okay, so looks like all the other people that were there are seamen. Feel like this guy might be a seaman as well. Seaman. Unsure. How many seamen left unaccounted for? There would be a lot. It would be way more than just one. Yeah. I mean, there's not too many. I remember us being confident about Nathan Peters' identity. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options remaining. I don't think we have 3. Well, I don't think we have 2 solved ones yet, which means we can't brute force it. We can only brute force something if we've already got 2 solved murders, and the third one will click into place and confirm everything. Might try brute forcing it anyway, just in case there were 2 more solved murders and I had forgotten about them. Nope. First memory is 14. This bloody one where everyone under the bloody sun was there. This bloody guy's just always in the background. Should we go back to that fateful memory? A bitter cold. Part 1. Then I might also want to check out part 1 of this chapter. I'm closer to this one, so let's check this one out first. How many top men haven't I identified yet? There was a lot still. Ooh. That explains why he's good at like climbing through all that shit. That guy's a top man too. That's the guy that killed that other dude, I think. And no, I can't like scan anyone from here. Alright, to the all-up deck. Wait, no, that's the gunner deck. I think this one's the all-up. On the other side. Is it this guy? No, it's this guy. How many other, like, Indian seamen were there? Ship steward? Ship steward? Maybe it was the ship steward. So he's either William Wasim or maybe Zungi Zathi. Right, we are looking for clues about that other dude's identity. Are we to assume that these three men are all Russian? A mystery man is somewhere here. This man that's meant to be so easy to identify. Have we identified him already? Yes, we have. That's the trouble with coming back to the game after a break. That you don't exactly know what information you have gathered yet. Up to this point. So I know in that bed is meant to be William Wasim. Oh, okay. Actually. So maybe, yeah, that is William. He's gotten out of that bed. Let's work under that assumption. And while we're here, now that we've kind of... I feel like I'm pretty confident that I've identified that guy. We can now start cycling through these again. Nope, nothing. Okay, so 58. That's Patrick O'Hagan. Don't know what I hope to gain from looking through all these, but don't know what else to do at the moment. Right here, I'm looking at Hamadou Diom. And this is Henry Brennan. Working. Oh. Can I assume that these hammocks are specifically for the top men and the seamen? Mid-deck above the lowest deck containing storage, cabins, animal pens, and the ship's steering tiller. That doesn't help me. But I reckon it is just entirely seamen and topmen. 36. Might be too high up the list. Nope, that is a topman. A mid-gull. Timothy Butement. If number 47 is a Russian, then I'm tempted to pin one of these guys being number 47. Ooh, and what would you know? Alexei Toporov. I haven't actually identified any of these, have I? One of these bastards is Alexei. Ugh. $45, $46, $47. All Russian. Ah! Okay. Cool. This guy here, Leonid Volkov. So these guys, one of them is Leonid, one's Alarkus, and one's Alexei. And one of those three was also in that Soldiers of the Sea scene, I reckon. So as painful as it is, we are going to have to try and memorize these faces for a start. And then go back up to the top deck. Yep, esports. That's what this definitely is some kind of sport. Cool. So, these two, we're trying to find one of these two in the masts, and then this guy. Let's exit the bloody thing again. Are there tables around here? Yeah. It's annoying because if we were really trying to investigate, like, the scene of a crime, we could not assume that the people sitting at this table are the people who belong to those hammocks. But I'm getting the sense, almost hoping, that that kind of logic doesn't apply here, and it's just like, they're near the hammocks, it's them. So let's find out. Hey there. Not most of them. You're right. That is a very valid point. And I kind of flabbergasted that I didn't think of that. There's our topman. Our Russian topman. And now, let's try and brute force that other guy again. We don't believe it's either of these two because we think they were the two other card players. Ah! That's annoying. Alright, so then if we believe that's Leonid, can we try and just stab at the other two? We got it! Woo! Oh yeah. And that's William Wassine. Finally glad we got that one. Glad we finally got that one, is better English. Okay, now we're at 50% complete. The title was a lie. Oh, look at the reacts! Oh, do I seem to be in good... Wait, am I not normally in good spirits, Posey? Also, how satisfying is it when we get that screen go black? And that also means that we know who that guy is. It is Alexei Toporov, the other Russian seaman. So we've identified that topman. There's still a lot of topmen that we have not identified. Especially good spirits, okay. I don't know why that is. But thank you for saying so. How was your weekend? Because it is over for you now, isn't it? This guy, I feel like we should have enough information to determine who he is. Can we scan him? Oh, look, there's the bit. Oh! This is the dude that is about to die in the next chapter, whose name I've already forgotten. And whose name we still won't know. I mean, I think we know he's a topman now? Is that... Oh, hang on! That's why the brute forcing hasn't worked, because he's a topman, not a seaman. Oh, okay. Tell me about it, Posey. Okay. I'm gonna guess that the guy with all the tattoos from New Guinea. Unfortunately, this game forces you to make several racial stereotypes, like forces you to racially profile quite a lot. Can we scan him, please? Thank you. Comic-Con Saturday, fun evenings with my girlies. However, my cat has been sick with an infection from a fight. So some anxiety about her. She's doing better today with some meds though. That is promising. And how was Comic-Con? Tell me about it. Tell me some stories. She has a big lump on the side of her throat. Hasn't been eating. Is it cancer? That would be the immediate thing that I would come to. So, this guy's clearly not Chinese. Oops. So, he is either Timothy Butemont, the Scottish man, or Nicholas Botterill, or Lewis Walker. Literally just an infected lymph node. Oh, yeah, right. From where the other cat scratched her. Yeah, it was a fight. You did say that. It's possible she'll get an abscess, so we have to keep an eye on her after this course event here. I don't know what an abscess is. We did actually gain a lot from this, so go back and see what else we can find.
Saya tutup. Kuch pee lo.
So in those hammocks are Ji Zhang, Li Hong, and Wei Li. All topmen. Me either, to be honest. A super infected Gribbly is my assumption. Gotta watch out for Gribblies. Number one infector of cats in the world is Gribblies. What language? That's a clue. I have, I believe, already worked out everyone who's speaking in that scene. So now we've worked out all three of those Russians, and the guy saying Sayed, that's the guy with the hat there. We've just worked him out. So unfortunately we cannot get any more from that. So that's the electrocuted Hopman Huang Li. So all the Indians have slept together, all the Russians were sleeping together, all the Chinese people were sleeping together. Right, well, we've gained a lot from this. Good job, Posey. Did we identify the guy we set out to identify? No, we still haven't. We believe he's either Lewis Walker, Nicholas Botterill, or Timothy Butamant. Thinking of Comic-Con stories, nicest moment was someone wanting a photo of my cosplay without knowing what it's from / being a fan of the thing. They just thought it looked good and wanted a pic. Have I seen pictures of your cosplay? Did you post them in the server?
Put your foot in.
Hey there, what's this? Give him to me and I can fry us a solid meal, boys.
Careful now. Take it slow.
What's it, gentlemen? There's a pretty shell here. Let's have a look.
No, get back.
Yep, we've got him. Got him, Demon. Got William there. Know who he is. He was exploded. There were some hilarious moments main stage, which they did as a catwalk in the round for the first time. It was a great new setup to be in the audience for that. But yeah, I posted some pictures of prop building after a stream with Lily and Cake. Oh, I think I did see something about that. Okay, so that's weird. I remember seeing Lily Bear's photos. I don't remember seeing yours. Yeah, they do. We have a cool town. Who's this guy? Oh, that's the captain steward. Hang on. Is that the fourth mate steward? Interesting. Well, we don't know his fate, so we can't hazard a get. Tell you what, I'm going to nevertheless put that in and just hope that we can remember that that's just a guess. Mate steward, Davy James. Yep. Right. Cool. What's next? We are looking for... Who are we looking for again? Look at this cheeky guy's face. Oh, I thought he was holding a cigar for a sec. He's just pointing. That's exactly the name of the game. Some monster that killed some people up on the top deck. So we are to understand that this guy is here somewhere. But I don't think I see him. That we think that's the purser. Oh no, he can't be the purser because because we oh no, we don't know. Okay, it could still be the purser because we haven't identified a killer yet. Aha! We can get up to this deck. Oh, and there's plenty of people here. Oh, interesting. Interesting. How many people does it say were present here? 28 others. So the surgeon is... Oh yeah, we found out that this guy... Last week we found out that this guy's still alive and he's the guy that sent us on this mission in the first place. Like the letter we got, the journal that we keep on thumbing through was written by him. Guy's doing some kind of voodoo. This guy's like, yep, they're dead. Yep. They're all wondering WTF to do. This guy's like, nothing to see here. Minding my own business. And there he is. Okay. This is the unholy captives. And then he dies a little bit later in Soldier's Sea. Guys are hauling the treasure off the boat. We got nothing on this guy. This guy, the game is telling us, is an easy mode guy to identify. And yet, can't figure out a bloody thing. Right, so where else has he been? He was in that one, met his death at that one. Before that, he was present for that one. And he was in A Bitter Cold Part 1. Of course he was. Maybe now that we've identified so many people from A Bitter Cold, maybe we can work out who he is from that. So that means we got to go back down to this part. Head over here. So we're looking for either 37, 42, or 44. 37, 42, and 44.
Saya tutup. Good deal.
It's 36, 39, 40, 41, 38, 59. Those are the Russians' hammocks. This is 37, so that could be him. That's 42. What did we say our numbers were? 37, 40, 37, 42, and 44. Oh, that's 42. Okay, so it could still be either of those two. But it appears we have eliminated one of the options. We know it's not 44. It's either 37 or 42. Yeah, thank you, Posey. That's Nicholas Botterill or Timothy Butamont. Put him... Wow! Well, shit. That was not easy. Game. And we guessed Marba right. Marba the New Guinean. It's... Look, I think calling me Sherlock is a bit, it gives me a bit too much credit. Because what happens is I kind of get it close enough, and then I just kind of whack in a few different variables and just see which one clicks. But it also does confirm that the racial profiling is very effective. Where was the other tier 1 difficulty? There was another one. This guy. This guy is supposedly a tier 1 difficulty. Well... Nah, like, Sherlock like had it down to a fine art. He was like, due to these circumstances, it can clearly only be this. Me, I'm like, due to these circumstances, it can be one of these three options. Let's just try them all. So he hasn't been in too many memories either. He perished in Soldiers of the Sea Part 5. Is he a midshipman? Watching this dude get hung. Let's go to that memory and find out. And we're not too far from it either. Okay. That's our guy. Spiked? Is that? Yeah, yep, definitely spiked. This guy, I've seen him around a lot. There's the surgeon. Nathan Peters. The carpenter. Can't get past them. Oh, there's this guy losing blood. Okay, so we know he got spiked, but we don't know who he is. This guy's shielding his eyes. What a gruesome looking corpse. We know these two were decapitated. What are they looking at? There's a spike over there. That's the first mate. That is George. They're looking at something. That's where this guy died. We want to check his other memories. So just before dying here, he was in Soldiers of the Sea Part 4. I actually really should check that out. Ugh. Those sounds are disgusting. We're no use. Burn it quick. He was spiked early on, actually. There's the flaming demon crab. Oh, there's another one. Oh, hello. What are you doing down there? The bosun. The gunner. That is... George again. Pokemon. I would not be able to identify a Pokemon that is as scary as this guy. Look at him. That is staring directly into my soul. Oh. We seen this guy's death? Oh, yep, we have. Seen and solved. Even Arachnid. Yeah, this guy... He is to be alive? Oh, hang on. Have we found this guy's mode of death? Hmm. Okay. We don't know where Nathan Peters died. Seven wayward souls disappeared during the events of this chapter. Okay. So I feel like spiked by a terrible beast might not be accurate. We have identified this guy. Oh yeah. Okay, I can see the end of the spike. So no, he was not spiked, unfortunately. Let's just undo that. So where's our mate that we're trying to identify here? Just as a reminder, we're trying to look for... where is he, where is he, where is he? This guy here. And he's meant to be in this memory somewhere. Oop. There he is. Oh, okay. So that is actually, that might be fire. What is interesting is that it actually seemed clearer on my computer screen there than on the TV. My $3,000 4K OLED TV. I think it's the game. The game is not quite suited for a screen like this. I might turn that brightness down because that is punching my eyes in the face. Yeah, I'm just going to turn it down to 0. Take that brightness. Crunchy in the most wonderful way. Okay, so we have explored this and this. He came out with a torch. And I want to say that's relevant somehow. Ah, he was in a bitter cold. Alright, let's get out of this memory then. And head to a bitter cold. Anyone told you how funny you are? Because they should. You're very funny.
Take him to the carpenter. Get him wrapped and seat the last right.
Let her here. One
Alright, that's an Irish accent.
through the skull in stone or brain. I'll cut her throat when you've done it.
Here?
Yeah. Come on before she kicks up. You all right there, sir?
Never been on a farm, Charlie?
Mind your shoes now.
Okay, so that's one of our Charlies. Could be Charles Herstick, the midshipman. Actually, do we have any more Charlies left? Oh yeah, Charles Minor. But they were referring to him as Sir. And I don't think the bosun's mate would be referred to as Sir. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's Charles Hirschtick. And like I said, one of these guys is Irish. Is there a way I can get in here? No. Oh, the butcher. Emil O'Farrell. Alright. I'm pretty confident about those two. Now, were there any others that we were kind of like umming and ahhing about? Hmm. Hit her here, one swing, get through the skull and steno brain. I'll cut her throat when you've done it. Do they need to do both? Just gonna double check that the midshipman is someone that they would refer to as Sir. Officer in training. Assists various officers and tradesmen in order to learn ship operations, usually of privileged status. Yeah, that's pretty... Seems pretty confirmative. Who the bloody oath is this guy? Wait. Have we identified, or at least potentially identified, everyone else in this scene? Ten others were present. Locked in him and him. We think we've identified him. We know who he is. We know him and him. We've identified him even though we haven't locked him in. We don't know him yet. Oh, well, that's the one we're trying to work out. Surgeon. Okay. So I think he's the only person in this scene that we don't have a name for. Wait, that doesn't help me. Still doesn't tell me what his name is. Is he a midshipman? Fringe guy? Which one's fringe guy? He's got like a tailcoat. I feel like he's a midshipman. I want to believe he's a midshipman. Neville Longbottom looking guy. I'm no closer to knowing who you're talking about. Oh, that is just superb. We just did. We just identified the Irish guy. Oh man, this is all coming together. Look at it. We're like 2/3 done. Alright, so now let's take a look at some of the difficulty 2s. Because we've identified all the 1s. Every one left is a 2 or a 3. And you see what I mean? We're just like... He's probably one of these guys. He just seems official looking. And bam, we got him. O'Hagan, have we... Yeah, we've identified O'Hagan. That was easy enough. And we have completed a lot. So satisfying. Frustrating, but satisfying. No, we finally come across some 2s here. Except they're all people that we don't even know what happened to them. What do you mean? Let me on over my dead body, you bloody Dane. There's no cause for trouble, boys. Get in the boat. Thought I'd forget you killed my brother. What? That was an accident. The ropes. The ropes. It wasn't his fault. I saw the whole thing. Lies. I shouldn't have waited so long. No, don't. 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 So I assume a whole bunch of those people... I need to know what happened to that boat. Because, yeah, there are a lot of people in the boat there that we don't ever find out what happened to them. Let's go here. Where's the door? Where's the exit? Excuse me. Oh, right. This is an 8-part chapter. You bloody Dane.
Let me on. Over my dead body, you bloody Dane. Huh? How's that?
There's no cause for trouble, boys. Get in the boat.
Thought I'd forget. You killed my brother. What? That was an accident. The ropes.
It wasn't his fault. I saw the whole thing.
Lies. I shouldn't have waited so long.
No, don't.
Nathan Peters, whose brother, something else Peters, was killed in the very first chapter. Samuel Peters. Cool. Prepare to die. We got nothing on him. We need to find out what happens to this boat. And I think there's another boat from memory. Yes, no? Maybe not. No, this is a very self-contained memory. There's not many people around at the moment. Just these 4 by the looks of it. Oh, 3 others were present. There you go. I mean, the circumstances are no excuse for turning barbaric. The fact that he's got all those books is intriguing to me. Are those books any indication of his job? He could be the purser. I definitely heard another English accent besides him. I feel like he must be British. I feel like he's the one saying, "I saw the whole thing." So where else has he been? First memory was page 8. Oh, yep, so he was the one that saw the whole thing. Excellent. Okay. That could help us out, because I think that means he's a low-level guy. He's certainly not a captain or a midshipman. I don't think he's a person of status. So he could be Alexander Booth. Yep, and then this guy was the first to get crushed by the Kraken. I think I've already done this exercise of like trying to find the boat in these other memories. We believe that's Alexander Booth, so we think we might have identified one person. Let's see if we can explore these other memories in this chapter and figure some shit out. The sounds of people dying will never not be grueling to me. Like, every time someone dies, I'm like, oh, Or every time, specifically every time someone gets crushed, I'm like, ah. We have 43 and 44 still sleeping soundly here. Oh, hello. Are we going to do the same thing again? We're going to just think, well, these hammocks are empty, so... Now, see, these ones are empty too. Okay, so number 57 is empty. Posey, can you write this down? 57 is empty. And 41 is empty. 36, 48, 49. Thank you, Posey, who I'm absolutely sure is still there watching. That's pretty terrifying. Okay, so these guys are looking off in the distance. Thank you, Posey. Coming through for me. So 41 was... I mean, we're guessing this guy's 41. Wei Li? Well, he is Chinese. We know that's George Shirley. Seaman. And what else was it? 57, 41... Oh, no, we just tried to identify 41. 57, 36, 48, 49. Uh, 36 is Omid, who I have reason to believe is the guy with the turban up on the top deck. What do we got left? 48, 49, and 57. Nathan Peters. Lars Linder, who they were both in that last memory. And 57 is Alexander Booth. Oh, would you look at that? Would you look at that? Can we... No, Alexander Booth was not the Bloody Dane. Alexander Booth was the guy with his hands on his head. That we were like, well, that sounds like another British accent, so maybe it's him. He is missing from his hammock. Yeah, Lars was the Dane, and we've got him locked in as being clubbed by Nathan Peters in that previous memory. Six, 36, 41, 48, 49, 56. Well, I'm feeling pretty confident that that guy sitting on the table was Wei Li. And yeah, Lars the Dane was killed in the previous memory. Electrocuted? Was it by lightning? Yes. Yes, it was. They were up on the top deck. Up on the rigging. There was a thunderstorm happening. Probably, I would probably say electrocuted by lightning is one of the better ways to go in this particular game. Because then, immediately after he gets struck by lightning and falls to his death, the spider demon guys start coming out of the water and climbing over the sides of the ship and spearing people left and right. Yep, no one else up here. That is the third mate and his steward. Yeah, what a lucky guy, lucky dude. Okay, so now let's look at the hammocks that are still full. We've got X, which doesn't help us. 56. 45. 43, 44, 45, 56. 43, 44, 45, and 56. 43, 44, 45, and 56. And X. Okay. So 43 is Marba. Lewis Walker, the topman, is still in his bunk at that point. Leonid Volkov and Henry Brennan. Okay. That is... What did we say his name was? That is Lewis Walker. Who we have no clue of their identity at the moment. Of their face, I guess. So it can't be this guy because we know he was on the boat. So I believe that's either him or him. That look like a Lewis to you? It looks like a Popeye. He was in Unholy Cat. No, I want Soldiers of the Sea. I'm looking for... Was he in Soldiers of the Sea at all? He was... That might be Lewis. He was in the Doom Part 8. But he didn't die by the look of it. Where is his other memory? Looking for one more memory. One more diamond. Then, yeah, okay. So first memory is there, and then he disappears in the Doom. Memories on. Yeah. Seems to be a debaucherous fella. Guy. He had on a black sweater instead somewhere. Who's this? The second guy we looked at? This guy? Oh, he's holding on to the helm. Does that make him the helmsman? This guy. I'm feeling like Lewis might be the way to go here. So we've applied names to most of these people, all except one, all except two. So 2 out of 7. Can't see anything off the left side of the ship. We can't see the boat or anything. Oh, man, I feel like... If we can find out what happened to this boat that left after killing this guy, then that would solve 3 murders. Right there and then. There's no, like, evidence of a destroyed boat in the tentacles here? Something? Not seeing any. The access to the bow on the next deck down? Oh, looks like we can't get there from here. Alright, so that was memory 2 of this chapter. Look at part 3. Is just to my right. Is that a French accent I heard? That's the seaman. That's the gunner. The other seaman. Henry Brennan. That's that guy. What's he doing down here? Isn't he a topman? There's Marba. Okay, everyone's out of their hammocks now. Can you tell what that is? It's more of the Kraken, I imagine. Can we not get up to the next level? Feel like that would be pretty helpful. Nope. Anyone else we can see in the scene somewhere? Omid met an unknown fate. Nathan met an unknown fate. So Nathan we know was on the boat. Omid was, last we saw of him, he was looking out over the edge of the boat over the edge of the ship for that boat. Alexander Booth was on the boat. The dude under Alexander Booth was also on the boat. Wei Lee, we haven't seen him yet. Any of these guys, Wei Lee? No, that was George something, I think. That wasn't Wei. That's not Wei. Was that Wei? No, that's Dude that was clubbed right at the end. So don't. That's where Wei was sitting, right there. Where is he now? Where's Wei? Table hasn't been upset. These ones have. Alright, so we haven't gained much from this memory. The next is these two guys that both got shot by the cannon that this guy lit. That's Beardy McBeardface. That's one of the Russian. Oh no, that's Brandon. Brandon. Harbor. So all the same people again, because it's like pretty much the same moment in time. Yeah, so we're not really gaining anything else from this memory than from the previous one. That was part 4. We want to go to part 5 next. Which is also nearby. Sir, loose cannon. So again, referred to as Sir. Okay, so a steward can be referred to as Sir. Man, that is half a person. powered up, we can get to the top deck for this one. Or can we? Can we get past, guys? I would like to get past you. Please. Sirs. See what happened to the boat? Blast. So to speak. So 4 others were present in this memory. That's 1. That's 2 and 3. Where's the 4th? I don't see Maba. Ah. It was Leonid. Ugh. Can I look out through the window, please? Alright, so that is memory 5. Go to memory 6, I guess. We are not making much headway. Thank you, Posey. That is just what I needed. Still no sign of the boat. Oh, that. In the article that I keep referencing of the 100 games that caused me to play this is the exact image that they use for this entry in the game. You can check out the link in the description of this video. But yeah, it's like exactly this shot. There's our mate Marba. A dude, an officer fumbling his guns. Who's that down there? That is, fourth mate John Davies. It is cool. I couldn't tell what it was at the time. Now I do know. Ooh, hello. What do we have here? Omid! Omid! What's happening to Omid? Looks to be falling to his death, not from his death. Fell overboard. Okay, lock that one in. Assuming that is Omid, again, our only evidence that we're going off is that he's wearing a turban. That is interesting. That seems to be wrapped around his waist like that. Feel like that wouldn't end well for him. But no, he does seem to survive this memory. I'm trying to follow this rope. So that was part 6. Let's go to part... Oh, no, that's it. Oh, no, hang on. That's the escape. We want... We're in chapter 8. The Doom. That was still part 6. So let's go to part 7, where Marble was torn apart. Yep, and we are about to check that out. He's somewhere up here. Where did I leave my half-dead corpse? There he is. Look at that. Look at that grotesqueness. There's that dude. I'm amazed that that guy still has a body. The boat! Ha! 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 So these guys have fallen to their deaths. These, aha! We got him. Would it be overboard or crushed by a beast or something? Fell overboard. I'm happy. And that's not all, because we can also conclude that this guy fell to his death. Unfortunately, we still don't know who that is. And we still need to work out what happened to these three. Oh, so he's still alive. That's good to know. Oh, and is that Way? That's Way, okay. So 2 of the 3 people we're trying to work out, we've now identified as still being alive at this point. Very, very handy. Very handy. Hey, there's Lewis. That was Leonid. And we've said this guy's the purser, Duncan McKay, but like I don't know. I don't remember how we came to that conclusion that he's the purser. So maybe this guy's the purser because he was carrying books. Let me just double check the definition of the purser. Administrative official accounts for all cargo value and trade transactions, manages a small items store for crew. Sounds right. So let's say that's Duncan McKay. That means we have 0 idea who that other guy is. Okay, cool. We have done well. What is this? This is chapter. This is part 7. Yeah, 100%. No, really happy with that. Really chuffed. Let's move on to part 8. I know exactly where this is because this is one of the very first memories that I unlocked. The whole entire game. Alright, so we're looking for Way and Lewis here. Well, that's Lewis. Interesting. He's still alive here, so what's going on? This can't be good. So we've seen Lewis. I assume that's water. Sea water. That's that dude. I don't know what he intends to do with that body. Yeah, I think we do generally say chuffed. Really not much info on who these guys are. They're both tier 3 difficulties. Seen Lewis, but we have not seen Way. Way's body must be here somewhere. There he is. And he is about to be taken by that beast. Is he going to be just knocked or is he going to be crushed? What's going to happen there? Think so. We have definitely not alive. Actually, he might just be. He might just technically be fell overboard, burned, clawed, clubbed, crushed by a beast. It would either be crushed by a beast. I don't think eaten is right. Fell, illness, killed, sword, knifed, poisoned, shot, speared, spiked, strangled, struck. Struck? By a tail? Ugh. How frustratingly ambiguous. Oh. My controller battery's low. Let's go with fell overboard for now. Oops. Because it's just kind of like it's that tentacle is in a position to knock him off. It's not really in a position to crush him at this stage. But also, that was the last memory of this chapter, so we still have no idea what happened to this guy, and this guy's still alive. We need to know where he is to be able to select him as being alive. Oh, how frustrating. This guy, I have no bloody idea where he is. We first see him in this memory here in Murder. And then he disappears. The guy that's still alive is the main character. He's the culprit behind it all. I don't think that was an option. Lewis. Lewis. What am I looking for here? There was just something has triggered in my memory of, I think it's chapter 9, the escape. The very first part's dialogue says, the squid's gone, your mate was torn apart. So does that mean we already identified who this guy was and who his mate was? Is there a bosun's mate? Okay, Charles. We know Charles. Oh, we don't know who Charles is, but we know what happened to Charles. Fortunately, we need to identify Charles. Is he standing next to the bosun? He does not seem to be. How on earth are we going to find out what happened to this guy? I'm just gonna stab at this one. Nope, nothing. Like, I gotta say, this is a very, very well put together story. Oh, what's happening here? Oh, we found him! Found him! We don't know who he is still. But we have a sighting. He has been wrapped around the leg. Or has he? Maybe I'll look on the computer. Maybe that'll tell. Yeah, that tentacle is going around his leg, surely. Oh, maybe not. He's falling, right? He didn't fall overboard or down rigging. Oh, mate, yeah, he might have fallen down rigging. Oh, this is so frustrating! Clearer answers, please. He wasn't crushed. No, he's being pulled. That's not him falling. That's him rising. Yeah, that's probably the best option. But, like, whacked by a beast? Eaten? Strangled? Let me know if any of these sounds like the one. Torn apart? Oh. Maybe? What if his leg came off? That's a big leap to make, though. I'm gonna go crushed by a beast for now. We can, like, once we get, like, another two locked in properly, then we can start, like, playing around with it, like we did with brute forcing some of the people's names. We can also brute force some of the causes of death. So like once we've solved 2 other murders, we can then like go back and say, okay, how about alive? How about crushed? How about torn apart? How about overboard? And so on. Etc, etc. Where was Way again? Let's consult the journal. Way, that's right, fell overboard to his death, and we that's another one that we're like, because he was like climbing the rigging, and we see a tentacle there. There are some brute force deaths, for sure. All right, let's go to. Oh yeah, we can't go to the bargain, so we have to go to escape. Five others were present here. And they've, for the most part, been identified. This guy, we still don't exactly know who he is. And this guy, we now have no idea. But he's been in a lot of memory. He's been busy. Nothing really to see out here. So that is in the gun deck right at the back.
Put me down. Let go.
Easy now. You're in a bad way.
Is it squid? Where is my Frenchman?
The squid's gone. Your mate was torn apart.
That. The beast is dead. How? How did you kill it?
We didn't. It left with the storm. Captain came up from the hold. Said he chased it off. You should rest.
A curse like that does not live for
You know what we need? This guy's clearly got a mate. The mates are normally seen with the person they're mating, I guess. Don't know how to say that any better. So we need to find out who's hanging around this guy in most of his memories. But that's just going to take so agonizingly long. There's that bloody officer again. Okay, so we know that's not Charles Minor. captain. The captain that did what needed to be done. Oh, hang on, we do know who this guy is now, don't we? Just so we don't forget, because, like, I can't keep playing this till I solve everything. I'm going to hopefully keep my memory alive by saying this guy is alive and just in, let's go, Atlantic Island. Or what we could also do is work out where the ship was during the course of Chapter 8. Or Chapter 7, my apologies. Which doesn't really help us, actually. So we could just say Canary Islands, I guess. Now, we are looking for this guy. Oh, that's part 2. Oh yeah, no, that's...
Last one. Move quick.
You'll not take the last punch!
Down.
We understand him to be Leonid Volkov. Means he was killed with a sword by Leonid Volkov. Alright, let's see what they mark as correct. Ah, that was Duncan McKay the Purser. And Whaley fell overboard. There we go. That also gives us a little bit of a clue. Because we know Lewis Walker We now know that Lewis Walker is not alive on the Canary Islands. That is Paul Moss. First mate steward. What nationality was Paul Moss? Welsh. Because I am compelled to believe that this lady reaching out for him is his wife. And because we are so busy racially profiling, I'm also tempted to presume that Paul Moss's wife is also Welsh. However, that is all blown out of the water because the only two passengers that we have not identified are British. But we know that those two women are... One of them is Emily Jackson and one's Miss Jane Bird. And I'm gonna assume the one that looks younger is called Miss. Now, he is alive in Africa. So I'm going to guess that these two are also alive in Africa. Oops. No. No, this isn't working. cannibalized. Alright, we'll just put that there for now. We know him to be William Hoskett, but I don't think he's the one who shot Leonid. Maybe he is. Let's go to the next memory. Who else is there? Who's this guy? That is First Mate Henry Brennan. Not First Mate. Seaman Henry Brennan. Ah, okay. Okay. So, we should be able to knock out another 3 here. Look at us go. And they're both alive in Africa. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? This bloody guy. Thanks, Posey. Wait, where'd this guy come from? How long has he been there? Was he in the last memory? Well, he must have been. Boy's trip ruined. Imagine Henry Evans, the surgeon, being in the boat going, fucking women. Man, there's not many people left. Not many people left at all. Unfortunately, none of these people seem like they would be that guy. And we know that was certainly a thing. Oh, can we go down there? Oh, I don't think I've been down here during this memory. No, I think I have actually. Let's all go to the gun deck. Let's all go to the gun deck. Let's all go to the gun deck to see who got knifed in the face.
Captain cannot be trusted.
You have a plan?
Yes. Take ship and sail east. Trade wretched fish and shells for gold. Hey! Who's there?
Mutiny! Mutiny!
Fresh bastard!
No!
Mutiny! I don't think it's going to mark us off if we've just got him marked down as unknown. I don't know what scupper flow means. Interesting. So the boat's gone. What's this guy doing? Oh, poor guy. Everything's just falling apart. Oh. Okay, he's not unknown. We know who he is now. Have to reconfirm. He was clubbed by Henry Brennan. Brennan. Oh, hey, Amber. Double first name girlies reunite. How was your weekend? Have you recovered from Thanksgiving? sort of recovered. Still coming out of my coma.
What's all this, you damn fool?
He did this.
Oh no! You're cut!
Don't leave me.
Bear up, son. I'll stay with you.
Tell Pete's mother I
tried my best
Aye.
to pull him back, to save him.
Tell
tell him
Pete's
yourself.
mother I tried.
Brennan, bring the surgeon's kit.
Still full, and we have a ton of food still. You still got all the leftovers? Oh no, that's totally fine, Posey. We have solved a lot. We have made a lot of progress, and a lot of it's been like very tenuous connections. Okay, so who's Pete? How many Petes do we have on the manifest? The concert was really, really good. Angus Young, the guitarist, is like 75 years old. And yet he is still moving around like... He finished off the concert with like a 25-minute guitar solo. He's like skipping around the stage. And I'm trying to picture my granddad doing that. Now, was there a Pete or a Peter? There's a Peter Milroy who was exploded. That's it. That's the only Pete. Interesting. Also, one thing I noticed is that like AC/DC songwriting is like, or the lyrics are weirdly simple, particularly the chorus. Like, okay, name one other band that has so many songs where the chorus is just the same word or phrase repeated over and over again. Because I did not notice until last night at the concert how many of their most famous songs are all that. Thunderstruck, the chorus is Thunderstruck, yeah, Thunderstruck. Then you got Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. That's repeated like 5 times. Oh no, way more than that. Dirty Deeds, Dirty Deeds. It's like, yeah, 6 times, I think. TNT, there's a little bit more. It's TNT, I'm dynamite, TNT, and I'll win the fight, TNT, I'm a power load. Highway to Hell, the chorus is Highway to Hell, I'm on the highway to hell, highway to hell. Like over and over and over again. And they are like, I'm not belittling the songs. Like, they are all incredible songs. It's all wonderful music. It's just, it's not because of like the imaginativeness of the lyrics. Okay, so Rolling Stones. Let's think through that. Satisfaction. is definitely fits the bill. But then again, what even is the chorus of "I can't get no satisfaction"? The chorus is literally "I can't get no, and then they're just into the next verse already. Metallica. I disagree with Metallica. I'm trying to think of like the chorus to Metallica songs. Like Enter Sandman is Enter Sandman has like a bit of story to the chorus. Master of Puppets. They repeat the word master a couple of times, but that's not the whole chorus. Yeah, they never wrote about, well, unless you call Rock and Roll Ain't Noise Pollution a ballad. Like a rock ballad. Yeah, 100%. 100%. We do still sing them. Now, Tell Pete's mother. There was only one Pete. That was the midshipman who exploded. This works. I love folk songs that repeat the same line every other line through the whole song. Do you have an example? Tell Pete's mother. The extended 16-minute version. That's all right, Amber. You just leave the thinking to me. That sounded rude. I meant like I'm playing a game that requires you to think hard, and it's like 11 o'clock for me, so I'm in a more appropriate position to be thinking. Oh, why is that camera being so jerky? And how long has it been like that? Try and deactivate and reactivate it. Better. So we know Charles Minor was torn apart, probably in chapter 8. Could this guy be the unknown steward rather than the unknown officer? Steward, servant to an officer or higher rated crew member performing general duties for the comfort of their employer. Yeah, no, he's definitely not a steward. He's got to be the unknown officer. Like, are we meant to name him or? Okay, so we've got that locked in. Then we're guessing that's Timothy Butamont. Hang on. Timothy Butamont was Scottish. Whereas I don't think that was a Scottish accent in that memory. I'm gonna exit and go back in and listen to those voices again. Okay, that's good. I'm glad you didn't take it as rude. You know what, Posey? A lot of the songs you sent me, I quite enjoyed, so I would be delighted to hear another playlist.
Oh no, you're cut.
Don't leave me.
Bear up, son. I'll stay with you.
Tell Pete's mother I tried my best
Aye,
to pull him back, to save him.
you tell her yourself. Brennan, bring the surgeons.
Okay, so this
kit.
guy's clearly British. Not Scottish. Thomas Lanky. Davy James. Finley Dalton. He's like, I don't know. So Brennan is this guy. This guy's Brennan. We don't know what happened to Davy James, the fourth mate's steward. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. He was the one calling mutiny in the last... Wasn't he? No, who was calling mutiny in the last memory? Mutiny. Oh, why should you be on Twitch? Okay. Okay. Who else did Captain Witherell shoot? Oh, William. Bugger. I was hoping that would be a clue. Everyone else is? I mean, are people on Twitch? I don't... If they're chatting on Twitch, I should, Wait, no, do you mean you should be on Twitch to watch this stream, or you should be on Twitch to stream? Like, are you thinking of getting into streaming? Interesting. The Twitch stream does not seem to be firing. There we go. Abigail Hoskett Witherell. I didn't connect those dots before. Hoskett is not a middle name, it's a maiden name. Oh. Are you two my VIPs? Alright, you should be watching it. Well, yeah, unfortunately the Twitch stream does not seem to be working, and I have no idea at this stage why. Alright, let's just go here. Why not? Way too shy to stream? Oh, I get that.
On your toes.
Go back quick!
Here.
Pepe!
Slack the lifts and lower the boats. The whole crew will be on us.
Give it up!
I think he was a topman? Did I see him? No? Oh. Hold the phone. Oh, I don't know this meme. So that's the guy we were trying to decide whether he was like crushed or like that's the guy who's the tentacle was around his leg. We seem to have a few unknown parties in this particular chapter, in this particular scene. Yeah, it is pretty controlled, especially if you've got mods there. Oh, he was in this. He was one of the many, many people who were present in this memory. This seems like such a key memory. I legitly made it look fun. Legitly. I'm glad you're enjoying it. And I still have not. I think I need to like turn on notifications or something. Cause like, are you ever live when I'm like not sleeping? So this is interesting. Got this guy being speared through the leg, but then later he's getting pulled up by a kraken. What's 8 p.m. GMT for me? That would be currently with daylight saving. $6:30 in the morning. So it depends on how long you stream. Oh, I think I'm hitting the wall. Yeah, it's happening. I feel like I'm so close. So close. Is he a topman? I've gone live at other random times as well, before work or in the afternoon. That's specific though. Oh, that's sporadic though. I mean, like, if you... Lately, I have been awake by like 8:30, so if you're streaming for 2 hours, I can catch the end of a stream. You know what? It's not this memory I needed, I don't think.
Saya duduk. Aku terpilih.
Oh yeah, he's only been in 2 memories. This one and his death scene. Could be an unknown topman. I'm looking for 37, 39, and 40. If he is a topman. I think he's a topman or a seaman, so we're looking for 37, 39, 40, and 55. There's 55. There's 39. He also doesn't look Irish though. Oh, there's 37. Wait, have I already found that? Yeah. Well, he may not be important, but we do have to identify everyone. There's a lot of distance between second chapter and the third chapter. A lot of time must have passed at that point. And could be either of these. There's still probably a few too many to just start punching things in and hoping for the best. Oh, I think I gotta call it. Let's undo this. But we made very, very good progress. Here's what worries me. There are a lot of causes of death in the options available that I can't see ever being relevant. So what I'm worried about is that we've been... It's like we've been running a marathon for our brains, right? Like, I just feel so exhausted trying to do the mental gymnastics required to figure this out. I'm worried that this is just one of 3 different stories, and that we are going to have to do it all over again 2 more times to complete this game. Like, here I am saying, oh, we're 75% complete. No, we are like one ninth complete, whatever that, 11% complete after 13 hours of gameplay. Oh well. I'll see you ladies during the week. Taking names. Good night.